No coincidence that the Ohm sign look like 3. Matter of fact, happy now. Now's the vibrate. Matter of fact, click left. Think fast. The aspect of number 3. 3 deals with communication. Communication is also connected to the planet Mercury. Mercury is the messenger of the gods. And that's the connection to the Papa Legba Elegua energy as being a messenger of the gods, and hence, like, again, with my name being a universal frequency, being a frequency that is tapped in universally, because each of us are like a god within its own realm. Within my own realm and reality, within my Taurus field, within my body is a whole different universe. And one guy might be way, connected to another energy. And not to say that certain guys can't communicate, but there's like a messenger energy or messenger god that makes it easy, that could tap in and go to these different realms a little more easily than others. You know what I'm saying? Hence, getting a job as a communicator, or and somebody who introduces people to the gods, because that energy could move in between those realms much more easily and more adaptable and more flexible, with tapping into these different energies. But the number 3, you think about Beetlejuice, and why a lot of times it's about saying things 3 times, you know what I'm saying? Because it's that communication between the realms, hence why you leave 3 pennies out for Papa Leg, but that's also connected to, paying a toll for going into the underworld, or connecting with the other side, quote unquote. You gotta put those 3 pennies, that's like a toll fee, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're driving on the highway and you gotta pay the toll to go through the toll booth, you know what I'm saying? Same thing. And that number 3 again, Beetlejuice is like the host. He's that jokester, that trickster, like the Lego energy, you know what I'm saying? If y'all unfamiliar, you could go research the cartoon and the movie, you know what I'm saying? And what her name was, Lydia. He introduced Lydia into the underworld, in which they depicted as monsters and things to be scared of, because again, that's in connection with H.P. Lovecraft work and the Necronomicon. Necronomicon, Necronomicon. Yep, Necronomicon. Yep. But anyway, and that's in H.P. Lovecraft's work. And I got a video on YouTube that you can catch if you just type in universal frequencies and HP, the letter HP, Lovecraft, Lovecraft. In which I don't go deep into the Necronomicon and explaining that, but just bringing up, how again, H.P. Lovecraft is the father of horror, and it was also created to scare people of the dark, and with the social engineering, again, of scaring people from anything quote unquote black, and why, black people are called black, you know what I'm saying? Because again, we existed before the English word black existed, let alone to be called black, you know. But again, and the great old ones and the monsters like Cthulhu and Shub Niggurath. Matter of fact, hey, I'm the Shub Niggurath, the rap. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like that was created to scare people, our society, and to scare melanated people from themselves, and the whole 666, the devil, but that energy started with H.P. Lovecraft's, being the blueprint, or the archetypical blueprint of your modern day horror, and that's when the Stephen Kings and all that come later, you know what I'm saying? But matter of fact, shout out to Jay Dyer, Jaydyer, in the book Esoteric Hollywood. As a matter of fact, I think he got a part 2 out. I need to get my book sent to me. But anyway, and back to that whole aspect again, number 3, connecting to the underworld. And the underworld in essence is also the higher realms in that sense. We just use higher more so in the sense of like high vibrational, but not necessarily like over our heads. Because in one thing too, and I learned that in my DMT trip, where I thought I was like, from teachings saying like, oh, you're going to outer space and this and that. But my inner self told me like, hey, you in inner space, like you inside your own torus field. You're in the 0 point or the void point within your torus field. And again, when you're in the 0 point or in that triple darkness or that no thing, being the no thing allows for you to potentially be tapped into all things, you know what I'm saying, on the quantum level, you know. And some people take that word oneness and try to use it to their advantage because they give you half truths, you know, just like the story of the book The Secret. Like they tell you about the law of attraction, but they give you half truths. They don't tell you about all seven hermetic principles. They tell you about one or two of them. And and hence why you think, and that's where it should get fucked up, because we think these people telling us the full truth and they not. And then we'll be like, oh well, fuck, let me stop listening to this, or this shit some bullshit, because you didn't get the full truth, in that sense of it. But yeah, again, where was I? Oh yeah, being in the void state, and and again, a no thing, going within, tap into your inner universe, so that number three, that Om, is activating. At first was the word, and the word is God. This is a Sanskrit. And the reason why the Hindu slash Asian Indian, just lack of a better word, uh, you know, is connected to this energy, because they are extension of the Kush Empire. Hence why it's called the Indus Kush Valley. And that whole connection to Angkor Wat. That started from the Kush Empire, that expanded all the way to modern day India. You know, and you notice again, it ain't for no debate, it's just facts. Like, that's why a lot of Hindu people are like religion. you know Anybody who's in a religion treat their religion like a cult, because it is a cult whenever you don't allow for your inner guidance and logical reasoning to question the things that you're being told. Those people who drunk that Kool-Aid, or would listen to Jim Jones or whatever his name was, not Jim Jones the rapper, but the cult dude. But anyway, they didn't question anything that he said. They like, oh, drink the Kool-Aid. Oh, or the other cults, some aliens coming, we ain't gonna question it. Oh, you say Jesus real, we're not gonna question it. You know what I'm saying? And hence why people, you know, come off so lost when they're not questioning things. You know what I'm saying? And hence why you get what you deserve when you're not questioning your reality, and you just go along with what somebody tell you, what society tell you, without questioning things. No good or bad, no right or wrong. You get the cause and effect. You get the karma of what you're dealing with. And since you don't question shit, you get what you deserve. But again, like, that's dealing with those cults and things like that. You know what I'm saying? With the Hindu vibe, most of them like, oh no, you know. And that's why, again, like, there's factions with everything. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some people who connected to that energy, that understand there's more to it. I came across a virgin from India that's tapped into the Orishas and Santeria, talk about how he healed somebody of stage 4 cancer, and connected to the seven powers of Africa, connecting with Obatala. You know what I'm saying? Because he know that research don't stop with Paramahansa Yogananda and the yogis in India, because some of them have this like spiritual ego of like, oh, we are the starters of this information. And to each his own. I'm not knocking them if that's what they say, you know what I'm saying? And whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, oh, we are the person to listen to, and the end all be all. Don't go researching past this. Even though the Sphinx has water erosion on it, that's date back to past 10,000 years. And that's not to say that the Mahabharata don't have no sauce to it, and the Bhagavad Gita ain't got no sauce to it, and all the Vedic texts don't have sauce to it, or when you know how to read allegory, that you can't get sauce from the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's all copying ancient texts. But again, people, just take what's given to them and don't question any further. You know what I'm saying? And hence why, you get what you get when you're not questioning and going, further. Because again, if I know somebody tampered with information and not telling me everything, I'm gonna go look deeper, you know what I'm saying? Like if I know my mom and dad lied to me about Santa Claus, and I want to go see even deeper what Santa Claus is about, you know what I'm saying, and how it's really in connection with Saturn, and again, in the also Christmas connected to Yule, and I done spoke on that in the Kundalini raising. If you type in universal frequencies Christmas, that video should come up. you know Again, the Christmas tree, which the Christmas tree is a pine tree because it's connected to the pine cone, and the pine cone has the golden mean ratio in it. You know what I'm saying? And the lights on the Christmas tree, like the chakras and the garland going around, like the Kundalini, the star at the top is like your crown chakra. You know, uh, Santa Claus going down the chimney, aka like going into the coal or the soot, because at the bottom of the chimney is the fire. At the bottom of your chimney is, your fire, your root chakra. And your root chakra, you got the Kundalini, sitting there wrapped 3.5 times, you know, and hence, too, the symbol of the root chakra has a triangle within a square, and a triangle within a square also represents the 7 chakras fully. You know what I'm saying? Because a triangle is 3-sided, square is 4-sided. 3 plus 4 is 7, and 3 times 4 is 12. You get your 7 chakras and your 12 disciples, or 12 disciplines, or 12 zodiac signs that you know we learning how to break out of. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we understand them and use them as forecasts, like to understand the forecast of what's going on. But we're also learning how to not, you know, like again, as much as we may understand and associate with these signs in our natal charts to understand ourselves better and what are we doing on our soul mission, we're also learning how to not let these things like control our every move in that sense of it. It's a balance with everything. You know? And hence, the number 3 is like balance, because it's like a bam, and be in the middle, yep, like a balance. Got the 3, and you take that middle path. You know what I'm saying? In the middle, you got this realm on this side, this realm on this side. You're passing through the middle. You know what I'm saying? And again, got the 3 pennies paying that toll to get into the underworld. You know? But, and I have I'll be doing a video soon on the Zarabanda energy, but that's gonna be a Patreon video. hmm Speaking of that, that's why I figured my first tier meaning first little level, TIER, the first tier within my Patreon is gonna be, the subscription is $3. Pay that toll. That's basically it. Just want to share that right quick, and just that whole again, that associating with the number 3, and the reason why it has a certain energy of communication when we say something 3 times. Matter of fact, Om Shri Ganeshaya Nama, Om Shri Ganeshaya Nama, Om Shri Ganeshaya Nama, because Ganesha is also connected to the Papa Legba energy and that Legba energy. You know what I'm saying? And again, the Papa Legba energy, that's all from Yoruba, the West African divination system. And when I talked about Zarabanda, that's from Palo Mayembe, that's from the Congo rites in Africa as well. But Ganesha and also it's connected to the Ishu energy. But Ganesha is known as the remover of obstacles, or the door opener, again, like the introducer, you know what I'm saying? Like Beetlejuice. And I forgot the name of that show on Netflix that I made a video about. You could probably find it, should be on my playlist of like interesting cartoons and movies. But it was like a little cartoon show that came on Netflix, and these 3 was in a virtual reality simulation, you know, uh, and it had this person that would always pop up and give them hints and stuff like that. And he had like this trickster vibe to him, you know, and matter of fact, that's why the fox associated with that energy too, and hence why the company or the news company calls themselves Fox News, because they're the tricksters, using that trickster energy against you. Just like, again, the court systems and all these different things using the Saturn energy, like the education system, you know, using that Saturn energy, you know, putting that black box on top of your head. And when we talk about the black box, not no derogatory sense, but the black box is the box, the feminine energy, you know, they call the female vagina or the womb the box, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Florbrun, I'm gonna say it right, and I'm gonna type the name in the thing for that queen. And her channel, she was making a joke about like all these people going to Mecca, and like how the Muslim people gonna have a rude awakening, how they you know, and other religions that basically put the masculine energy over everything, but they're gonna have a rude awakening because, again, you know, men have nipples because as above, so below, as within, so without. We mimic the universe. You know what I'm saying? So hence, we are born with nipples even though we don't give milk as men, because we start off as a female fetus. And that's before, you know, again, before like somebody could try to use reverse psychology and say, well, yeah, that's after all the chemicals and stuff like that. No, this was way, you know, before. Again, that's why we got nipples, and it started way before they started contaminating things with medicine, you know. Because on the flip side, yeah, they did start putting soy and fetal estrogen and Similac and all this so it could throw our hormones off early in the game. But again, it also with that too is a deeper understanding, because some souls chose to come down here with more of a feminine energy, you know what I'm saying? Hence why they chose that, because we choose our parents, and you chose to come down into parents that may have did drugs and may have been affected by soy or certain drugs that may have thrown hormones off, but you know, that's because you came down here to work a certain karma, you know. But that's not to disregard that there is an agenda to promote, you know, homosexuality as well. But again, and to each his own on your sexual orientation, you know, do what you do, feel how you feel. We just speaking on truth. You know what I'm saying? It ain't to hate on nobody. You know, do what you feel you should be doing in this lifetime. Follow your heart. Not here to you know, take you off of your path or nothing. I'm here to speak truth. And you could either accept it or not. That's up to you. It's a free will universe. You could, you know, choose your freedom, or you could choose bondage. You know, it's your choice. But that's it. uh, yeah. Peace, peace. Happy now. Now is the vibrate, of course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now, remember, I got playlists, different playlists. Well, a lot of this I haven't really talked on, but you know, just I was feeling in the moment to bring it all up, tie it in. You know, all donations are greatly appreciated. All the links are underneath, from PayPal, Cash App to Venmo, and also, again, you know, check out my you know, go and become a patron on my Patreon page. You know, so you could get these exclusive videos. You know, the videos is gonna be more TMI, like too much information for free YouTube. Because again, I got enough of free game on YouTube. So you know, it's time to make sure I get energetically compensated for the energy I've been putting out. Happy now. Now to vibrate again. The only thing that exists is the now. It ain't no, oh man, in the future. Oh man, in the past, man. We could tap into the past simultaneously right now, tap into the past and the future simultaneously right now, you know. And again, we tap into the past and the future with relevance to our now. It's not for us to stay in the past or stay in the future. Yeah, we tap into our past, you know, with relevance to our moment to cleanse some energy. I do what we gotta do, and we peek into the future with relevance to our now. You know what I'm saying? To do what we gotta do, but again, it's all tapped into right now. You know, your future may seem bleak because you're always in the future instead of being in your moment. Because when you're not creating in your moment, reason why I feel like, oh man, the future gonna be so fucked up, because you're not doing what you gotta do right now, and your future will seem fucked up. Again, no bad or good, right or wrong, but it will seem fucked up, from lack of a better word, because you're not doing what you should be doing in your now. Now is the vibrate, is the only thing that exists now. And now is the right now. That boy good. Boy good. But that boy can sing. Shout out to Coming to America. Peace, y'all. Happy now.